As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
The president announcing today that he plans to sign executive orders that roll back protections for transgender people, as well as terminating the diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in the federal government. LGBTQ plus advocates here in the Bay Area, they are reacting to the president's comments about gender.
Ground 4's Dan Kerman has that story.
It's a very ominous development for transgender people.
It may start with trans people, but if we don't protect people starting now and protect our most vulnerable, soon everybody will be on the plate.
Transgender rights advocates reacting to President Trump's inaugural speech, affirming going forward the U.S. government will only recognize two genders, male and female.
Transgender people simply want to be able to live, work, have families, use facilities safely like anyone else. And this appears to be a wholesale, really just attack on the ability of transgender people to exist and function in any meaningful way.
Shannon Minter is legal director for the San Francisco-based National Center for Lesbian Rights. He says the executive orders that will come next could, among other things, require trans people to be identified only by their sex at birth on their passport. And that's just the beginning.
Workplace protections eliminated. Anti-discrimination protections in education, for example, young people being harassed at school because they're transgender, eliminated. Housing protections eliminated so that people could be denied housing or turned away from shelters because they're transgender. Inability to obtain federal ID like passports taken away.
We're already seeing an immigration of trans people of all walks of life to places like San Francisco and California.
Honey Mahogany, who directs the San Francisco Office of Trans Initiatives, says she thinks the pendulum will eventually swing back, but for now, the trans community must prepare.
I think it's really important to look at solidarity. Find your community nearby. Form coalitions, form mutual aid networks, because the sad reality is, as they dismantle a lot of these things, especially in those red states, that they're going to have less and less support.
Trans activists say the community should not lose hope, though. Legal challenges are already in the works, and the conservative U.S. Supreme Court may provide help.
It is a court that very recently held that federal law protects transgender people from discrimination. So because of that decision, I am very optimistic that this court is not going to turn its back on that very recent ruling. I think the court will stick to its guns on that position.
Dan Kerman, Cron 4 News.